Well, previously we had a beautiful young lady, Kelsey Sims, who's a senior at BB Comer, our Star Student of the Month, and we follow up with
the Beast. I knew it was coming.
Coach Mike Battle is our guest this morning, over at BB Comer, head football coach and athletic director, and 30-8 loss to TC Central last Friday night. But you're telling me the game actually close in the third quarter.
Well, we kept it pretty close right there. Then they got a couple of touchdowns in a hurry, and put it away. When they got up 22-8, then we had opportunities. We had the ball on the 6-yard line at one time, and we didn't get it in. Ended up on about 17. So
get behind early again.
Well, we did. We opened the kickoff. They broke the thing out down the sideline. We don't have enough. We finally ran them out of bounds at about the 2 or 3, and then 2 plays later they scored. We're down 8-0. We got 10 minutes left in the first quarter, and then we played. I think defensively, our kids got out there and played hard. We had plenty of opportunities to rush. We couldn't tackle him. We couldn't keep him contained. He got on the edge. We missed tackles. And as a result, they kept the ball. When we got the ball, we just didn't. We have receivers. We're getting our receivers open. We don't have time to throw the ball.
That's been an age-old problem this season.
Well, I mean, we're just not doing a good job protecting the passer, and and it's due to youth and inexperience. That right there, we got some ninth graders out there fighting for their lives, and but they're getting that on-the-job training.
Coach Mike Battle is the head football coach and athletic director at BB Comer High School. BB Comer losing to TC Central 30-8. Last Friday night, and you're down 8-0. You feel like that you can get some things going. And who actually played well for BB Comer that you can mention this morning?
Well, we had some good efforts by a lot of people. I think defensively, our front they came out. They got after the quarterback. Dion Geddes, Zach Dobbs. They were there rushing that passer and all. We just couldn't get him on. We hit him several times, didn't get him to the ground. Defended the run pretty good till it got down close to the end zone. Then they'd line up and get, we're small up front. They'd push us out of the way and get on it. They had some good backs. I mean, TC's got some good athletes. I mean, some good ones. And our kids went out there. I think our kids played, played as hard as they could. It's just not good enough. We're just to that point where our good enough's not good enough to win.
Is it frustrating to? And what you've talked about is, you mentioned this several times this season. BB Comer knows what to do. They sometimes get in position to make the tackle and don't make it for whatever reason. Is that frustrating to the staff? And I'm sure it is to the players themselves.
I think it wears on you. I think our kids know, they get out there, we get a good effort, they know who to block. We have, but, it's just hard to explain. It's hard to explain when you get a hole, when you got a hole blocked and the ball carrier runs in it and then he gets knocked down. Either somebody on the backside didn't get their block at the point of attack, we have a good hole, and then somebody from the other side comes in, or we on defense and we're back there. Like I said, we had great pressure on the passer Friday night, but we get back there and we can't hem him up, and our defensive backs cannot cover forever. And receivers, we get, we're blocking some of them. Some of them are getting cut loose, and a quarterback is back there, doesn't get to get his feet set, doesn't even get to look downfield hardly. And we had receivers open. We had some guy, that we had some stuff that we thought we could do. We couldn't do it.
That W has escaped BB Comer so far this season. We talk about confidence and the kids working hard, practice hard, play hard. That confidence factor, here we are midway in the season, going in the final half or so of the season. How important is it that confidence continues to be there, and that the nagging negative thoughts of, hey, here we go again, enters their mind?
Well, there's some things that we know for a fact. Number one, we're not going undefeated. Number two, we're not going to win the area unless the other teams collapse. Number three, we have a chance tonight, Friday night, If we win, we have a chance to go have a break-even season. We've got 4 area games in a row. All of them, win all 4 of them, and you could be at home for the playoffs. You know, so, but there's still the second half of this season is all area. We need to get out there. We have an opportunity to win these games. Can we? It'll just depend on how we play for 4 quarters. You know, we cannot continue to get behind early in the ball game, give up big plays, and then try to make it up. We don't have the talent to do that. And I think a lot of times when, like you said, when it does happen, then it goes back to the old, here it goes again. Yeah. And you know, it's hard to get that out of them. Or it's hard for anybody,
sure,
not our kids, for any kids,
and adults as well.
That's right. And so we go out there. We're going to work. We have a good plan for. Southside Selma, we think that we can play with them. Talent, talent wins ball games. Athletes win ball games. Like I told you, coaches lose ball games. Athletes win them. They go out there. We had people we've played with the first 5 ball games are all good football teams. Make no mistake about it, you know. And even TC, they lost their quarterback after the first ball game, and now he's back. Luckily, we got him back for us. So there's a break. So, it just takes, for anything. When you go undefeated, you have to be lucky. You have to have the ball bounce your way. Nobody gets hurt and all that. We haven't been that way. We don't get the ball, doesn't bounce our way, and you can't ever tell. All it takes is one play, 1 fumble, 1 interception, to change a whole season. If we can get our kids to go down there and we go down and play a ball game that we're capable of playing, then we could change the whole thing around these last 4 ball games.
B.B. Comer, head football coach and athletic director, Mike Battle is our guest this morning. A long road trip to south side of Selma, and you've been to Pike County already, so this is nothing new, but here we are past the halfway mark of the season now, and another one of those road trips that's not a built-in rivalry. This is one of the new teams in this region.
Well, it seems like they went out and found the furthest points from Sylacauga for us to play. And we're getting to play in all of them. So we're getting to see a lot of Alabama. We're going to carry the kids down early. Carry them. We're going to go look at the Edmund Pettus Bridge and that kind of stuff and see some historical sites down there. And then we're going to go play a football game. We're going to try to make this enjoyable. You know, the kids have earned it. They've worked. They've stayed out there. We still have the core of our football team out there. And they want to go. We're going down there with the intent of winning the ball game. Nothing's going to change there. But it doesn't have to be life or death. It's football. It's high school football.
This is a 2-sandwich trip?
At least. We're probably going to eat in between that. But it's going to be it's a pretty good hike. What do
you see this on tape of the Southside team?
They've got some athletes. They've got 3 or 4 good athletes out there, but they've got some big linemen. It's the same thing that we've seen. We're going to be, as far as it's going to be some matchups that we don't want to get into. They've got a good athlete, number 1. He's an all-purpose, and they get him the ball all the time. He lines up at different. He'll be a receiver one time, a tailback one time. He'll be at flanker. He'll be at wherever he wants, wherever they need him, and then they get the ball to him. So we've worked on that, and I'm sure that they work on getting him open. So as far as what we have to have, though, for us to be successful, we have to get down. We have to move the football. That is the thing. We're not consistent. We had some good drives last week. We got them down to the goal line. We didn't get in the end zone. So it doesn't show on, but our kids, we had some big plays, and so we have to continue that and not make mistakes. We can't take ourselves out of the picture.
Coach Mike Battles, head football coach and athletic director over at B.B. Comer High School, the Tigers in south side of Selma. And I'm sure B.B. Comer has. It's been a long time since these 2 teams have met on the football field. And when you have a team that you don't know anything about other than seeing a little tape of them, does that present any different set of problems?
Well, no, we get pretty good tape. Now with the huddle, we have the huddle thing where you can just huddle a film to them and they get it. We've got 3 or 4 tapes on them, and we know pretty much what they're doing, and they know what we're doing. There aren't any more surprises. Everybody in high school football gets the same. Most people are on huddle, and so we know now they can change some, but their base stuff is going to be about what it always is, and ours is too. And they know it, and they're looking at the matchups they like, and we look at the stuff that we want to do to them, what we think that we can do to them, and it'll boil down to can we do it? Who can do their job?
With a limited number of assets to pull from as far as B.B. Comer's numbers are concerned, over halfway now through the season, have we seen changes in the numbers? Are they basically what they were early on?
We got the same boys that we started with. And, they're going to be the ones that are out there. If we went back and drug them out of the halls, they wouldn't stay out there.
Well, the point I'm making is these kids you got out there, they've stayed the course, and you have to applaud them for that.
Well, I do. I'm gonna tell you, they get out there and they are not. Our seniors have gotten out there. Everything they're working. That's what we. And when we go out there and our kids are not going out there. It's not like a Chinese. It's not like a fire drill. It's we get out there and our kids know who to block and everything, and sometimes they can't block them. Sometimes they're overmatched or whatever, but they miss the right man, and that's all. At least they're getting after the right guy, and so that's what we want them to do.
All right, B.B. Comer and South Side of Selma on the road in Selma, and it'll be a historical trip for a lot of these Tiger players and maybe coaches and fans as well, as that's a historical city in the state of Alabama, Selma. So we'll talk back with Coach Mike Battles again next week, and hopefully we can get a W under our belt, and it'll be a much better interview segment, because you're kind of edgy with this getting that first win now.
Well, nobody in the state needs one more than we do. Yeah. We thought we'd be a little bit better than we are right now, and so now we just got to go out there and we got to get one. I think if we ever get one, it might multiply.
Hey, Coach, thanks for being with us this morning. Good luck to the Tigers tomorrow night at South Side of Selma. Coach Mike Battle, head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer High School. More Daybreak coming up right after this timeout.